about a schedule. And every sales rep is going to have their own variation of schedule. Every company is going to have their own required knocking hours or required schedule. Some are more like need to do this, and some are a little bit more lax. But I wanted to kind of talk through follow-up, scheduling, no-shows, things like that, because it's a lot of time juggling, prospecting, going to appointments, dealing with referrals, dealing with follow-up, things like that. So let's talk about that. What do you do as far as schedule? What's your schedule like?
My schedule is the most important one to discuss. Everybody has a different schedule, as you mentioned. So my schedule is I get out at 9 o'clock in the morning. We're here to work. We're here to do a job. People get up in the morning, they go to work. Okay. Yeah. So I don't roll out of bed at 2 and think I'm going to knock at 6 and have a successful career in canvassing. I get up at like 5 in the morning. I pray, I exercise, I eat, I have some quality time, listen to the birds, get into the zone, the zen, and then by 9 o'clock, I'm in area. And my goal is to get a bill with an appointment, at least one, by lunchtime. And I will not eat until I do. In my area, 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking for low-hanging fruit. Everybody has different work schedules. So I'm looking for the cars in the driveway. And it's a funny thing, 9 o'clock in the morning, the people are at home, especially on a Monday, great day to knock, they don't want to start their work. Just like I didn't want to get out of the house, they don't want to start their Monday and they're working from home. More and more people are working virtually and they're dilly-dallying. So I knock on the door, they're in their most receptive mode. They want to do anything but work. So that's the time they're curious what it's about. They're not like, I'm working, and slam the door. They don't want to work. So they're like, what's this all about? So 9 to 12, I'm looking to get one bill with the low-hanging fruit, the cars in the driveway, and I'm marketing the homes that don't have cars in the driveway. So then I get at least one bill with an appointment. Then I go to my lunch. I have a nice lunch. And then after lunch, from 1 to 3, I'm looking to get another bill with an appointment. Now I'm starting to look in the same streets at any cars that came home to the homes that didn't have any cars in it. And then I'll get at least another one bill with an appointment before I'll take a break. I will not go to my break. After that, then I will go and take a break. And then from 3:30 or 4 o'clock till 6, then I'll look for my last bill of the day. That's my schedule. Some people want to have different schedule. That's my schedule. I don't want to knock when they're chewing food and saying, what do you want? I never was good at that kind of knocking. It's a great technique. That's not mine. That's not pistols.
But that's crazy because a lot of people have it set in their mind that the only way to knock is prime time. And I'm like, prime time is just any time that you're out there. Like You create the prime time. Okay, so appointments. What's your goal as far as setting appointments between these times and these times? Are you particular on that? First initial appointment.
So typically I will set my appointments for, I just give them the choice of morning, afternoon, or evening. And evening is typically early or just Thursdays. I'll just dedicate that one night a week for me is a late night. That's it. And that'll be Thursdays. And also in the industry legacy power, we have correlations for trainings. So I teach our teams as well as myself is to this date, ever in the history, I've never missed a correlation for an install or for any kind of solar appointment. And that's important. So automatically, if I know I have 2 correlations a week as a team member or as a leader, even if my schedule is empty, if they want our dates that our correlations are on, I say, no, I can't make it. The guy says, no, you got it. It's the only time I have. I want to do it, but it's the only time I have. I'm disciplined to say, no, I can't make it. You're better off doing that than selling out and letting him think that you're desperate and saying, no exception. I will not make it. I'll never miss my correlation because it shows that I have value and that I am in demand.
Next one is no-shows. So let's say you go to an appointment, they no-show you. What's your process to reset the appointment?
So I'm getting a little more aggressive. If they talk to me on the phone, I say, look, this is just a program if you qualify. I'll be a lot more qualifying on the phone. I say, you do have to be here. We have a lot of families. It's just the only thing we ask is that if I reschedule you, we give you one chance to reschedule for the program. If we reschedule, we just ask that you both be here because it's not fair to the other families that need this very bad and want us to try to help them qualify.
Love that. I love that verbiage. Okay, so then what about let's say you go to a home, they don't buy on the first visit. Do you have a follow-up process as far as getting that deal to happen instead of dragging out 2 months?
This will be a training by some other great person in the industry. Pistol Pete, if they don't close that day, they're dead to me.
That's great.
I just will not. They get one chance. If they need to think about it, there's nothing to think about. I'll stay there for 4 hours to close them, but there's nothing to think about. We don't even know if they qualify yet. Today we enroll you to see if you qualify. Yeah. So if they don't want to know that day, they're never going to do it. So that's my logic, my mindset. If I cave into that, I devalue myself. They own me, and they're never going to want me to come back anyway. And if they do, I'm going to be nothing but a servant to them.
I love it. So guys, this is a mindset of a closer versus like an okay sales rep. And I am the same way. So that's why I'm like, I can relate. But everybody sells differently. Like some people have different sales training. Some people have different tolerances for wanting to babysit a customer for 6 months. That's okay. For me, I'm like, I'm on to the next because I do a lot of these. Okay, so what about as far as in between communication? So is there any kind of pre-appointment text, email, video, website? Is there any post-appointment to firm up that, like, they made a same day decision. They're like, I'm doing this.
Absolutely, absolutely never with a little fine print. So if they're far, I will call them up because I don't want to drive far and get there and waste my time. So I'll call them up and I'll say, I just finished with my previous appointment. I'm halfway to your home and I just want to let you know that I should be there on time. I just want to let you know that I should be there on time. So what am I really saying? I'm really saying I just finished my last appointment. I let them know I'm halfway to their home.
You better not let me freaking drive out here.
Yeah, like if you cancel now, you should be afraid to cancel because this is all about you. And I'm letting them know versus a beginner might say, oh, is it okay? Are we still okay with us?
Still on?
You're inviting them to say, no, I don't want to do it. I'm going golfing on Saturday. You don't want to do that.
Love that. Yeah. So let's say that they buy today. Is there any kind of touch points to ease their, to avoid the buyer's remorse or after the appointment?
The number one way you avoid buyer's remorse is when you're in the close, you seal the cracks. You be a great closer. A great closer seals all the cracks. A great closer lets them know all the objection handling before they even ask, so that instead of them asking you a battery of questions, they're crossing off things on their list as you do your process, as you do your presentation. When you leave that house, I'm listening for thank you. And then I say you're welcome.
That's awesome.
So once or twice I've accidentally went back to my old sales style way of saying thank you, or they say thank you and I go, no, thank you. They've always canceled. I don't know if it's superstition or what, but I think I reminded them that I sold them. So they say thank you. I know I did a good one. It's going to lock in, and I say you're welcome. The follow-up is just letting them know the account progression, not asking them. Letting them know everything's great. Congratulations. The inspection went well. Congratulations. Now they're getting the permit. We already processed the HOA. And we'll let you know in a couple weeks when we're doing the installation. We let them know. Never ask. You ask, you're looking for an answer that you don't want to hear.
Referrals. What touch points do you have to mine referrals and best practice there?
Best practice for referrals is in the first 10 minutes of in the home for the close.
Wow.
Letting them know that if they know anybody else that may benefit from the program, that they will get the same incentives and benefits that they get today. And I like to limit it as long as it's a maximum of 10 people and they got to be your friends and family. I give them some limitations.
I like that because then it still maintains that value of like, this isn't just for the world. This is like
correct,
more tight knit. I love that. Okay, you guys heard it firsthand. Go follow Pistol Pete Winston on Instagram. This was a phenomenal course. You guys should rewatch this. Good trainers and good sales reps and good closers don't just watch videos like this once. They watch it over and over and again, and they pay attention to his tonality. They pay attention to when he's slowed down. They say, how do I implement this stuff into my daily life? Because we're here to make you multiple six figures, if not seven figures in this industry, and that's why we bring you the best content. So thank you guys for watching.